adventure with NZ Adventurer. Done the big walk in today and I've made it to this amazing river. I'm going to set the ride up and have a look for some fish. This is my last trip for the season. The season closes in 2 days. Thought I'd check out this amazing water here. It was a full moon 4 days ago, so I gave the fishing a rest. I don't really like fishing around that time. The fish, I don't think they eat so much. They get a bit disorientated maybe, or just tired from being up so long. So I think timing's looking pretty good now. There's been a little bit of rain, so that's good. It is the weekend, so there could be a few other folks up here, but hey, gonna get out there and have an adventure, find some fish and see if we can catch some fish. This water is pretty amazing, so I think we might see something on the dry potentially. It's really cold here. The sun is so low in the sky now that I don't think a lot of this water gets any sun at all, so the polarized glasses don't really help. If you're looking with the sun, it's actually worse. The only way you can really see is if you get up high, or strangely when the sun's facing towards you. Yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll make the most of this tricky time. Like I said, end of the season, tricky fish, but potentially some amazing rewards to be had, so let's go. Okay, quick update. Had to play with the fish back there, but it wasn't really feeding. I should have kept moving. It's 10 to 4, so there's roughly 2 hours of daylight, so according to the Good Boy book, I've got an hour to find a fish, catch a fish, and then an hour to walk before it gets dark, get to my hut. So we'll see how that works out. Just looking at this water, it looks really nice, and then I saw just a fish rise. I thought there might be one in this water, so I'm going to drop back, get my rod out of the tube, set it up, see if we can catch this thing. I'm going to go with an Adams. I think that'll do the trick. Nice and simple. Push on. Yeah. Ripper. Fantastic. Yeah. It's gone under that. I really want that. Come back here. Just gotta get my net. Hey, it's in the net. Brilliant. Amazing. Absolutely fantastic fish. Beautiful colour. Scared a deer, and it ran down into the river and crossed the river, and it's making like a oh, like a weird bark. Did you hear that? What kind of deer is that? Anyone know? Let me know in the comments. Didn't look like a stag. Oh, it didn't have antlers. Hear that? Maybe I should put my orange beanie on. Oh, it's like barking. Cut over the river pretty quick, way faster than me. So I've tried this cooked breakfast. I've always looked at it and thought it sounds disgusting, but I thought let's have a try and see what it tastes like. It's not too bad. It's kind of egg, little chunks of potato. The beef's strange. I don't know why they didn't use bacon. I wouldn't say it's essential for your trip, but it's like a globby mash with different flavours in it. Yeah, tastes pretty good. It'll get me going for the day. So I'll retract my statement that I said it would be gross. It's not too bad. Definitely don't serve it when you're out on a date though. I don't think it'll cut the mustard for that. So annoyingly the sun's come out. To be honest, I'm not happy about that. I was hoping for a cloudy day. The problem is the sun's so low, when it comes out all it does is create a ridiculous glare, and so the sun's coming from river right, and you'd think if you went over onto that side you'd see with it, but you can't. The only way you can see is if you get up really quite high or actually looking into it, or when the sun goes behind the clouds. So it pretty much renders a lot of the river unsightable. So yeah, pretty gutted. And the kicker with the sun is it's not even really hitting the river, the water on the river. So you're not fishing in the sun, you're not standing in the sun, you're still standing in the cold, just wishing the sun was on you, but it's not on you, and it's made the fishing harder. So hence, anyway, bit of a shame. Summary so far, I've fired shots at 3 fish. The first one I think was actually a log, but I had to have a crack. The second one had 2 looks. Tried 2 different flies, and then when I put on my 3rd fly the fish was gone. And then a fish just there, I got maybe 2 or 3 drifts over it. I don't think it had a look, and then it spooked. So yeah, fishing's tough. Like I said, it's the last day of the season. I'm going to make a bit of a prediction that I'm going to be walking up the river and I should be getting to my next destination in the light, but I'll be stumbling around putting my rod away in the dark, just trying for one more cast on the fish. And then walking in the track, walking back to the car in the dark. What do you think? What will happen this afternoon? Will I be a good boy and walk back in the daylight, or one more cast, walk in the dark? You can see a few insects coming off the river, but I don't think it's anything fishy yet. No mayflies yet. That is the positive about the sun, so we'll see how we go. Anyway, let's go for a walk upstream. There's a nice sized fish just in the back where the foam line is in that pool, but it's sitting really deep. I could push a nymph over it, but it's not feeding. I don't think it's worthwhile, so I'm going to keep heading up and look for a feeding fish in fast water. And that's the recipe for today. So the fish swung out and had a look at that fly, so it didn't take it, so I'm going to change. But this sun, as soon as that sun came up from behind the cloud, I can't see anything really. I'm still persevering with the nymph with no indicator, but we'll see what goes. So I'm on a brown pheasant tail, so I'm going to go green and see how that goes. So I switched over to the green PT and perfect cast. Just when I cast, the sun came out and I couldn't see anything. I just let the fly drift, I didn't pull it or anything, and then when the end of the drift I just waited, and then the sun has gone back in behind the clouds now and the fish is gone. Not sure what happened. So tricky, eh? So tricky. So I've crossed over and I can actually see the fish that had just moved out deeper. So I'm going to cross back over and I'm going to have to put on like something high-vis, like a Adams with a pink parachute or something, so I can see, and then hang a dropper off it and see how that goes. Yes! Got it! Sick! Sick! Oh, I'm so stoked with that. fish has gone into hiding underneath that rock. It's going to be hard to get out, but oh, can I get it? The fish is winning the battle at this stage. It's deep in that cave. Oh. Yeah, the fish is definitely winning this battle. It's not budging. I got 4X on, so I do have a bit of kaha that I can put into it, but I'm gonna come around to the other side and change my rod angle and see if that makes any difference. Battle's over, and it resulted in a lost fish. It broke off. I think there must have been sticks under there, and oh, outsmarted me once again now. So pretty elusive, pretty epic. I got those jumps on cam, which was choice. Oh well, it's all part of the adventure. How cool. Here's the cave. Whew. I've warmed up again now, thankfully. I sat in the sun for a minute, had some noodles, which was great. Just looking at the videos of that take from that fish, bam, those jumps, that was awesome. So yeah, all warmed up and fed. It's 10 to 2 and it'll be dark at 6, so still got the bets out on whether I'll be packing down my rod in the dark and walking in the dark, or whether I'll be a good boy and make the mission out in the daylight. But we better get walking, see if we can find some more fish. Let's go. Oh, I'm seeing mayflies. That's a good thing. It's like 4, maybe 5 fish just in here, possibly spawning. I'm going to push the dry fly out and we'll see if it does any good. Not sure. / not confident, but we'll give it a go. Got him. Oh, that's off. Cool. Oh, devoed. I don't know how I lost that fish. I flicked the fly out and it rose, and I waited and then struck, and it wasn't my fly, it rose with something else. So I put the next cast out, it rose, took my fly, it was gone, and it was off. Oh man, there's like 5 fish in the back of that pool. They're not feeding. There's one up feeding in the foam line. Unlucky. It's funny, people always say to you, oh, you've been fishing, did you catch anything? But honestly, when you're out adventuring, you got the Whiio, the deer roaring, a night like this. I'm not really feeling that worried whether I catch anything or not. I'm just out there having an adventure. It's superb. It's absolutely fantastic. But I don't expect those people that ask, did you catch anything? I don't expect them to understand. I've got no idea how to roll, but I'll see if I can roll that deer in, eh? Ooh.